Dead Island 2 sold 1 million copies in 3 days. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? That sounds like it means something. In perspective of things, that's great, right? Right? Okay, fair enough. Now let's actually talk about reality, all right? Did Dead Island 3 sell 1 million copies? Excuse me, Dead Island 2, did it sell 1 million copies in 3 days?
Why are
it
we
did.
Why are we ranting about Dead
However,
Island right now?
what I'd like to do is actually read even more information. You ready? I'm actually going to read you even more information. You ready for this? The retail version of the game debuted at number 2 on the UK box chart.
Oh, we got a card?
It had a strong launch
yeah.
on Steam with an all-time player peak count being nearly 4 times more than the first game 24 hours after the game's release. The physical version of the game was also the 4th best-selling video game in the US for that week. The game attracted 3 million players during its first week of release. So, you heard what I just said, right?
I actually didn't.
But guess what? What I just read had nothing to do with Dead Island 2. What I just read for you was the sales numbers and information about Dying Light 2.
Oh, so you tricked us?
The game that I've been equating to this for a year. You understand? I just read to you all the information about Dying Light 2. Okay? Dying Light 2, listen to this, sold 3 million copies during its first week. 3 times more than what Dead Island 2 has sold.
Okay? So,
now,
it's a
how many
game,
of us remember Dying Light 2 and say, wow, what a great game, amazing experience, game of the year contender, really? You see? And this is the point I'm making, is people love to take a number and throw it out there like it means something. It means nothing. Dead Island 2 has not sold nearly as many copies as Dying Light 2 did, nor is it getting as good of a reception, yet people are acting like it's some amazing game that I'm missing. It's not. it's not at all. Okay? Here's the truth. Dying Light 2 had a ton of sales. It did. It actually was a huge sales success because nothing else was going on. There had actually been a gaming drought. Dying Light 2 was the beginning of the end of that drought. But then immediately following the release of Dying Light 2 was Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, and a bunch of other games. So as soon as other games started coming out, people acted like Dying Light 2 never existed. Most people who bought the game never completed it, including me. They just dropped it and never went back to it because it was a far inferior game to everything else that was out there. But everyone ran
to buy Dying Light
2 because it was the end of that drought. That's literally exactly the situation that we are in right now with Dead Island 2. We have had a drought of games. Besides Dead Space Remake, Hogwarts Legacy, and Resident Evil 4 Remake, what other notable games have come out in 2023? And
I'm
we're
sure
at the
there's
end
some,
of April.
dude. There's got to be some. There's no way.
It's been dead this year.
There's no way.
So people who are
he's
desperately looking for a new game, an action game, a game to team up with people, right? This is the game. Is it a good game? No, not really. But it's still a game that's playable, it's functional, and people just want something to play for a bit until something better comes out. So that's why the game sold 1 million copies in 3 days, but it doesn't mean the game's going to have legs, nor does it mean most people are either going to beat it or even remember it after this week passes. What's going to end up happening is you're going to have Jedi Survivor, Redfall, Zelda within a 2 to 3 week period, and no one's going to remember that Dead Island 2 ever existed. But
That's
this
not
is
true.
People buy hype. I don't know why. Maybe because I've been doing this thing as a content creator for 15 years. I don't buy into hype anymore. I just don't. Give me a reason to be hyped over Dead Island 2. I looked into the game. I watched gameplay of it. I did research. It's not an interesting game unless you're looking for a game to grind with friends and kill and chill. You know what I'm saying? It's a kill and chill game. That's literally what it is. There's no substance to it. But you guys are telling me like it's such an amazing game. It's not. Where are you even getting this from? You're just bored with the current concept of the games out there because there's nothing new and you want something to do. And the moment something better comes out, it'll be dropped and forgotten.
Yeah, Phil knows exactly what everybody wants and what everybody needs right now, dude. He's the guy. He's the guy that knows what you need.
Just like Dying Light 2. And Dying Light 2 sold 3 times more than Dead Island 2 did. These games do fill a gap, don't get me wrong. And let me tell you, this was genius level release timing. Are you aware Dead Island 2 is supposed to release in 2-3 weeks? Why do you think they bumped the release date up 2-3 weeks? Because they knew if they released it after Jedi, after Redfall, during the time period of Zelda, no one was going to buy it or play it. They absolutely knew that. This was genius marketing. Knock it back 3 weeks before everything else comes out, and now we'll sell copies, which they have. But no one's going to care about this game in a week. No one's going to care about this game in a few days. You see?
There's always some ulterior motive that he's trying to
and again,
get
I'm not trying to hate on the game. There's a place in the game industry for a game like this, for sure. But stop trying to convince people of something that's not true. The game is not a ginormous seller. It's not. It's Dying Light 2 sold 3 times as more a year ago. The game has not done anything groundbreaking. The game is not revolutionary, and it's not even that good of a game.
He
it's
just
okay
shits
if
on
you
it,
like
bro.
a grindy style game with friends.
He just shits
but stop
on
trying
games
to convince
and
people
shit.
otherwise. It ain't gonna work. All right, especially me, like telling me I should have played it. What a waste of time it would have been. I would have probably played it 2 sessions and been like, well, I have no time now to play it anymore. You know?
Is this
okay.
all
So anyway, Dying Light. Excuse me, I'm saying Dying Light 2 because I equate the two. Dead Island 2. Enjoy it if you are. I hope
it's
you're
all
liking
because
it
somebody asked him about it.
Play
like,
with friends, have a good time, but definitely not in the cards for me. It doesn't really even make sense for me to be considering playing it, but considering my schedule and everything right now. Okay? Okay.
All because somebody asked him.
The other news story I have for you is a follow-up to a story I've already been talking about. The problem is, sadly, again, people think the world is black and white and things are unchanging. So because I don't want to play something today and I say something negative about it, that must mean that it's the same as when Phil crapped on Minecraft a decade ago. No, it's not. It's completely different now. I've changed my methodology of the way that I...
Yo, he already knows people are going to fucking bring it up, dude. I love that.
Do and say things. I don't want to crap on stuff unfairly. You understand? But today, I'm a very different person.
He's like, I already know that you're going to bring up the fact that I crapped on Minecraft 10 years ago. You are correct, sir. You are correct.
Than I was 10, 12 years ago. 10, 12 years ago, I wasn't a live streamer. I didn't have a set schedule. I didn't have React content. I wasn't being pulled in a million directions by my viewers to do all this kind of stuff. It was every day I wake up, I play games, record, upload. Go out and eat, come back, record, upload. Drink, which was awful that I did that, but I did it every night. Pass out, wake up the next day, play games, record, upload. Go eat, play games, record, upload. Like, this was my life.
Solid schedule.
This was my life for 2011, 2012, 2013, until I basically became a full-time streamer around mid-2013, even into 2014, and then it was a little different when I moved. Cool. But this was my life. And obviously, that's not me anymore, right? As you know. I've definitely changed for the better. I have a set schedule now of streaming that you guys, enjoy and depend on. People say I'm one of the most dependable content creators there are. I stick to my schedule. I stick to my guns. I put out the content I say I'm going to put out for the most part, right? And that because of that, I have to make intelligent decisions. I can't just say, oh, I'm going to literally play every game and see if it's good before I say if I'm going to play it or not. No, how could I possibly do that? It's just not possible. I don't have money to do that. I don't have time to do that. I have to make intelligent, informed decisions based on the information available to me. You understand? And if that means even waiting till the game comes out and hearing the community, the gaming community's opinions on the game before I make a decision. Like Dead Island 2, very much so, if you guys had played it on Friday or Saturday and said, Phil, you have no idea. This game is way better than what the critics said. It's blowing us away. You're missing out on a Game of the Year contender by you really missing out. Play it. I would have played it. That didn't happen. At all. Pretty much people played it. It's like, yeah, it's exactly what people said. I'm having a blast with it because I'm playing it with friends, but I see why Phil wouldn't like it or doesn't have time for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a very much a person open to suggestion and criticism now. Where back in the day, I wasn't. Back in the day, so many people said, well, if you don't like Minecraft, play it and then judge it. And I said, no, I'm not going to play a kiddie game. I'm not going to waste my time. That was a stupid thing to say and a bad way to act. Today, I don't do that anymore. If you enjoy Dead Island, then enjoy it. But I'm giving you the rational reasons why it doesn't fit into my content and why I'm not interested in it. If you don't respect those reasons, then I can't help you. It seems like there's just a rabid group of people who are like fans of this game who want to see me play it, and they're upset I'm not playing it. But I've explained to you why it doesn't fit into what I'm doing, why I don't have time to play it, why it would be something I play once and probably won't like.
Respect my authority.
Throw all that away. We still want to see him play it. Well, then I can't help you. I can't. There's no hypocrisy here. There's a different. It's not. The world is not black and white. just because I've made bad decisions and judgments in the past about games, doesn't mean that today I'm doing the same thing. Just because in the past I said don't trust any reviewer, doesn't mean that in the present that's the case. But people think that. They think that everything I've ever said is absolute. That is an infantile mentality. That there's good and bad, black and white, heroes and villains. You said this once, you said it forever. Your opinion can never change. You can never grow as a person. You can never evolve. What kind of a way is that to go through life? So if you ever make a mistake, you can never improve from the mistake? The fuck are you talking about?
I love, dude. He's been going hard on this topic past couple days. Like, he's always super hard on, like, you know, giving people second chances, and you know, he always thinks like someone deserves a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. Someone can always change, you know, for the better, and it's so glaringly, blatantly obvious why he goes so hard on this topic. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's funny.
It's kind of like how I felt I was treated in that Side Scrollers interview. They keep bringing shit up from my past, and I explained to them, that was the old me. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm different. Watch my content from today. No, you said that a million times. Yeah, because it's true. But you don't want to give the person a chance. Instead, you just want to sit here and crap like the rest of the internet. It's not fair. That's not a mature way to go through life. Because everyone gets judged, right? Everyone has the right to make mistakes, grow from them, and improve. So just because I treated games unfairly in the past doesn't mean I'm going to continue to do that in the future. I'm going to do research. Oh, but you're not supposed to do research because you're not supposed to trust every reviewer. Well, you're right. I've said that in the past. That doesn't mean that's the case in everything. But again, why do you think that the world is absolute? Right? I don't get this. You know, there's an air of subjectivity, and there's an air of, you know, you have to judge things on the fly as things change and culture changes. And me, I change as a person, and the content I put out changes, right? I don't get this. This really, it's an infantile, immature mentality. It was like this once, it's like this forever. No, things change for the better. And it's time to grow up and understand that. Anyone who doesn't get that, it's time. Open your eyes and look around you. The world ain't the same that it was 10, 12 years ago. It's a very different world we live in now. Time to realize that. Time to stop living in the past. Okay?
Phil is the only one here living in the past, dude. He really doesn't understand that, like, the reason that other people still talk about it is because he still reacts to it. Like, that's the main thing that's like literally the only qualification. One of the only qualifications to be a lolcow, right? Like, he's just, oh my god, dude. He has no concept of, like, if you give it attention, you're giving it power. Like, none of these people can understand this shit. It's baffling to me.
Okay. We still got some time.
Hey, Phil. Funny to mess around with Phil Burnell, right? Oh, it's real funny to do these horrible things to him because it's just a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's my life.
Not Phil Burnell, Shill Burnell.
Shill Burnell.
The reason we do it is because Phil begs. Wrong. The reason they do it is because they want to see me suffer.
That's right.
Why did the tractor say you're a pig roach? You don't look like a pig or a roach. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's one of their memes. I don't actually know what it means at all. Piggy Smalls took me $1, says, own the pig meme like others. Pigs rise up. Oh my god, here we go again. Another stupid meme. Another stupid meme that means nothing.